The Liberator. A prehistoric Egyptian formula yields dream-fulfilling lamesis, an elixir that transforms meek Professor Nelson Drew to the fearless crime-smashing Liberator. Drew strolls with Professor Picard across the university campus.
This anti-tank gun I'm working on is almost finished, Drew. It goes to the Aberdeen Proving Grounds tomorrow.
I hope it'll be a success, Professor Pickard. Oh, I say, look there.
Pursuit plane goes in for skywriting.
He's a brilliant pilot.
Isn't it strange an army plane should be doing that, Professor Pickard?
As the plane zooms close,
Look out! Down, Professor Pickard!
What does it...
Professor Pickard crumples to the grass.
Professor Pickard, what happened?
Nelson, the anti-tank gun. Finish it for me. Match the letters of formula. 6.1 to the 9th power.
The autopsy reveals a sinister weapon.
This is what killed him, Professor Drew, not heart failure.
Good heavens, then it was murder.
It must have been dropped from a great height, or perhaps shot with force. It penetrated his skull and was buried in his chest.
That airplane, I wonder. At any rate, I've got to finish his anti-tank gun.
Walking back to the laboratory, Nelson Drew meets Annabelle Evans.
Annabelle, you didn't happen to take the description of that skywriter this afternoon, did you?
I certainly did, for my plane spotting class. Here it is right here, and the insignia too.
Thanks, this might come in very handy. I'm going up to finish work on Professor Packard's anti-tank gun. He was murdered this afternoon by that skywriting plane.
Murdered?
At 2:00 a.m.
There, it's done. Now to arrange for a safe shipping to Aberdeen Proving Grounds in time for the test tomorrow.
Downstairs, Annabelle is waiting on the lawn.
I just wanted to make sure you'd let me come along tomorrow to the Aberdeen Proving Grounds.
I don't think I'll be going myself. Got some test papers to correct.
In the privacy of his study, Drew measures a draft of the magic lamesis.
I'll be at the Proving Grounds, all right? As the Liberator.
A painful transition.
My muscles! Bones! I can't stand the...
And the powerful figure of the Liberator emerges.
So I think I'll be able to find enough work to keep from getting bored.
The Liberator speeds southward.
Whoever was in that plane probably knows already that the gun's at the Proving Grounds. If they drop around, I'll give them a grand reception.
Meanwhile, just off the Maryland coast, a fiendish plot prepares.
They killed their professor, but they might have been a little late. If her gun was finished, it will be at her Proving Grounds immediately.
Maybe one well-directed bomb onto her field will do her trick. Bid this captured American pursuit plane, you can fly close to her target. Ha ha ha.
The deadly pencil gun.
Our silent killer has done its work. We will have other victims for it soon.
The aluminum hanger opens and...
Viel Glück!
Wiedersehen!
Towed by a powerful submarine, the hangar submerges.
This is the last job, but her most important. After this, we go back home for the Iron Cross. Germany will not repeat her tricks too often.
While at the Proving Grounds, Aberdeen, Maryland.
There's the new gun and its first victim. Let's hope it's as good as Professor Packard thought it was.
I think it will be, General Freeman.
In the next moment...
Annabelle, isn't that skywriting plane?
I can't tell from this distance. But how did you know about that plane?
As the testing maneuvers commence.
It's the Liberator's business to know. Pardon me, but this calls for fast action.
A quick takeoff.
See that plane up there? Let's go after it. I have to do some investigating.
Righto, but it looks like one of our regular pursuit ships.
in the Nazi plane.
We'll have to go lower. We can't bomb from this height.
Yeah, but Himmel, a plane has spotted us. It's coming after us.
The two planes approach each other.
They're acting mighty strange. Won't give the password back on the radio.
Don't answer, but don't run. We mustn't look suspicious. Our job is still not done. Aber Himmel, it's the Liberator in dot plane.
The Liberator checks every insignia with Annabelle's notes, then...
They are opening fire. Quick, more altitude and we make a run for their sub.
Let them have it. They're the ones I'm after, all right.
A daring move.
What the?
Second thought. They can give me a piece of information first. Stick around, pilot.
Ach Gott!
Steel fingers grip the German's throat.
Maybe you can tell me where home base is, Razzi. I want to play this game too.
Don't. It's der Unterseeboot off the promontory.
What da? Svila! I must release the bomb.
The cleverly concealed bomb hurtles towards the field.
Holy smoke, gotta catch that thing fast.
A terrifying leap into space.
Hope that pilot remembered what I said about sticking around.
Giant sinews propel the Liberator faster than the pull of gravity.
This'd be a shoestring tackle. If there were any shoestrings.
And the American pilot zooms downward in time to catch the plummeting Liberator.
1 point landing, but I made it. This thing can take my place. Let's go after that plane.
The Nazi plane heads for the open ocean.
They're making for their sub, all right. Good thing I did catch this bomb. We may need it.
We should gain on them. This crate is plenty fast.
Verdammt, we have failed in our mission. Von Ernstmann will be furious.
Ja, and just wait till he sees the Liberator behind us.
A rough landing.
Donnerwetter, close up, Kavik. Another plane is following. Submerge.
But before the cover is closed...
Gott, was ist? Shoot him!
Guess I can make it if I squeeze.
Himmel, the boats won't sink in.
This act looks better in a ballet skirt, Commander.
But from behind, through the tunnel to the sub...
Was gibt's hier?
This is what it gives, and plenty more where that came from.
Like a steam piston.
Mein Gott!
Shucks, a bulkhead. Looks like I can't sink it this way.
Racing to the hangar once more.
There you are. Dip your wheels.
A thrust of dynamic muscles.
I'm getting so I prefer this to taxis.
Save the bullets. Submerge.
The Liberator hurls the giant missile.
Hope I put enough force behind that.
Wreckage flies higher than the plane.
Wow, direct hit.
There won't be any survivors on that one.
Back at the airfield, the Packard anti-tank gun is pronounced a success.
The gun smashed the tank to smithereens, and the Liberator was here and chased off some Germans in that same plane we saw, and... oh, you would be 6 hours late.
I am sorry I missed out on it, Miss Evans. And gosh, I wish you liked me as much as you do that Liberator.
Extra, extra. Read all about the new Liberator adventure in next month's exciting comics. Until then, buy more war bonds and stamps.